Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. We are probably going to want to jump into things quickly tonight, um, as we reach a certain moment of culmination. Uh, but just quickly, are there any plugs for late May?
This is less so much a plug, but I just want to give a shout out. Not that I know they would hear us, but I know me, and this is not an ad. This is just a genuine love for the company. I know myself and a bunch of the other cast members have ordered from Plane Shift candles in the past. If you guys aren't following them, follow them on Twitter and Instagram. They do custom character candles. I'm currently burning my Anya one. Um, this isn't a partnership. This isn't a sponsorship or anything. I just think they're really cool. They're an Australian-based company. Please go give them some love because we're all obsessed with them. So, and if you are playing Shift and you're listening, collaboration in the future, maybe. We can do it. We
Yeah.
love you, and thank you for our
Yeah.
candles. They're amazing.
All right. So as always, we have the Patreon and the Redbubble if you want to support us. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. Where we last left off, the party faced down the final captain of Zsorthrum that needed to be defeated before the completion of the prophecy. And with a roar of chaotic anger and rage, Zsorthrum coalesced onto the battlefield. And so we start back at the top of initiative. So Ross, what would you like to do?
Well, I would first off like to ask you to paint a word picture for those of us who have never seen Zsorthrum before. How eldritch monstrosity are we talking here?
So Zsorthrum is coalesced from the dark clouds of with red veiny lightning kind of striking through them, and is much a similar appearance themselves. Their current form is that of 20 foot, 25 foot tall, so 50 meters-ish, humanoid form with no discernible facial features, very kind of wispy, kind of wisp-like horns coming up the top of the head, and long tendrillous fingers.
Gross. Okay. Well, I would like to use my free action to mentally scream.
Okay.
Because this is an eldritch monstrosity made corporeal.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to dart back to Bertie.
Okay. So there we go.
Get right up next to him I would like to put a hand on his shoulder and just say, "Fuck!" and cast protection from evil and good.
Okay, so for the benefit of Bertie and the audience, can you remind us what protection from evil and good does?
I certainly can. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, the target has advantage on any saving throw relevant. I don't know if Zsorthrum Tathara is any of those things, but she doesn't really know what else to do at this point.
All right. Next is Neumann. You are muted, Jake.
How is it that I knew I was next and I still couldn't come up with anything to do other than just I don't want to go near this guy. What's he looking like right now? What's he doing? What's his attitude? Is he looking at me? Is he looking at someone else?
It's hard to tell because you are to the back of them.
Can I use any cool spells? No, I can't. Rightio. Let's just go up to him. Right. So we'll go right up behind him there. Yeah, that's good. That's quite nice. Yep. And then I'm going to take my rapier in my right hand, and I'm going to place it sternly within his leg.
Okay, roll to hit.
Sure. Let's see what happens. I feel like Neumann can piece together that we can't really talk to this guy.
Yeah. You've seen this entity before and are aware that they are basically just a massive ball of rage.
Yeah. Rightio. So, that was a 16 to hit.
That is unfortunately not enough to hit.
I was expecting that. That's okay. He will be safe and use his bonus action to take the dodge action.
Okay. All right.
But it's just double checking where he is relative to Rook as well, though.
Yeah. So
that other person caught on fire when you're right next to her. So.
Yeah. So you're about 10 feet away from Rook. So.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can feel the heat kind of emanating from her, but it's not enough to actually cause you any damage.
And from Neumann's memory, who goes next?
It is Rook next.
Okay, perhaps can he then shuffle maybe just a little bit towards Kai's, just the tiniest bit. Maybe go 3 squares towards Kai's.
Yeah.
But still be within 5 feet of.
I think that would be the extent of your movement.
That is a-okay. But yeah, still want to be in melee range.
Yeah. Alright. Rook.
Okay, so she is understandably very shocked about this development. I'm going to use my free action to talk to the people with the earrings. Alright, so she's just going to say to everyone, well, fuck. Same plan as before, I guess. Anyone know its capabilities?
Oh, something I forgot about.
What do I have to roll?
Yeah, so thus far it would be Ross, Neumann, and Rook. Can I get each of you to roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Does this affect the mind?
No.
Oh,
not bad.
Is it a spell being cast?
No. This is an oppressive, annihilating aura that Zsorthrum Tathara has.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
So what?
And now I don't like my roll anymore.
What do people roll?
15.
15. Rook. And Ross?
6.
Ugh. So you all take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Baller.
Okay.
Has officially done more damage than my cup of coffee. So.
It's done way more damage than our last captain.
Okay.
Well, alrighty. Okay, so I guess we'll say that question to everyone. And then she's going to go in and go for 2 swings with Ashrenda, her blazing spectral great axe.
Alright, roll to hit.
So first one is a 24 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Nice. Alright, now I got a lot of damage. Okay, so 7 plus 3 from raging, so that's 10 slashing damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Plus 4 d10 and 3d6 fire damage. So 10, 25,
So, what?
29.
So, halve the fire damage. It is resistant to fire damage.
this peeves me. That's all my damage. So that's 32, so that's half to 15, 16 damage.
16. 6. So 10 slashing.
So 10 plus and 16.
Okay,
damage.
so 26 damage all up.
Okay, so that's my first hit, and then she's
Yeah.
gonna go swing again, going for its legs, I'm guessing. That's a 32 to hit.
Alright. That will certainly hit.
Fantastic. Oh, I keep rolling. Oh no, savage attack. I'm gonna re-roll that damage.
Okay, nice.
Once again, I rolled a 1. Okay, so that's 6 plus 3 is 9 slashing damage.
Alright.
And my fire damage, which I guess I could also re-roll with that. Okay, that was pretty good. So 10, 20, 27, 28, 29, 31, so 15.
Okay.
So 15 damage, yeah.
Not too shabby. Okay. Next, it is Anya's turn. Anya, you are also starting your turn within the annihilating aura. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I certainly can. Sorry, just bear with me for one moment. That's a 5.
Okay, so you take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Cool.
Alright.
Excellent. So she is going to, with her ascended wild bow, she's gonna try and hit him. Now, are there creatures within 5 feet of him? Is Neumann
Yes,
and
so both
Rook
Neumann
within 5
and
feet?
Rook are within 5 feet.
Cool. So... okay, that's a nat 20.
This is gonna be so broken.
That's a nat 20. It's the wild bow. Both of the arrows go off the same attack roll, Darby.
Yeah. There's more.
The girlfriend is
There's
so cool.
more. He is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Oh!
So the damage that you do, radiant damage you do, is doubled.
Okay. This is gonna be... There's gonna be a lot here. So, just bear with me for a minute. Okay, so... do you want me to roll just the regular damage first?
Yeah,
The two
roll-
lots of regular damage first?
Yeah, roll the 2 lots of regular damage first.
Okay, I'm gonna try and streamline this as much as I can. So... Uh-oh, I've got to do that twice. So that's 15 plus. I'm just going to roll them all together. So. 15 plus 17, so 32 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Um,
And what
Oh,
insane number of radiant?
let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Does my extra arrow get sneak attack?
No, you only apply sneak
Okay.
attack on one attack.
Cool, so only 12d6 then. Give me a second, D&D Beyond's gonna break. So that's 36 points of, I believe, the sneak attack damage. It just stays as piercing as well.
Yeah, and it is magical because it comes from a magical weapon.
Yep, and let's do the... Oh, God. The radiant damage, does that apply to both arrows?
Yes.
Okay, so...
This is...
So that's
Oh, wow.
8d10
Whew.
radiant damage. I hope you've written the numbers down because I have not.
Yeah, I have been applying them as I go. As we
Okay.
go.
That's plus 43 points of radiant damage, which I believe gets doubled
Yes.
to 86.
Yes.
How much damage is that all up, Darby?
I do not know the total, but it's somewhere in the vicinity of about 150 to 200.
Is this including the max rolls possible as well in that damage?
I think you
Have
went...
you added the max dice to that?
I did it
But
the way that we don't do it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to? Do we want to scrap that and I can re-roll?
No, it's too late now. I'll add like 50 damage to compensate, and
I forgot how
Yeah.
we do our own homebrew.
Yeah.
brew,
yeah,
which is more overpowered.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I feel a little bit ill, and I just did that.
yeah.
So Anya, when she sees Zsorthrum Thara drop, she stops breathing for a second. And I don't think she's even really conscious of it, but she's just that terrified. And she stops breathing. And before she even realizes, before she takes her next breath, before she even thinks about what she's doing, she's just quickly 1, 2 arrows straight into him, just on pure instinct. And it's like she can't even see him, but she can feel his presence, and that's enough. And she strikes so true that it blasts around him in this shining light. It's probably a little bit awful to see in the AWE full way rather than the AW way. And that's all she's going to do with her turn.
Yeah. Okay. Not moving at all?
She doesn't have good reason to move, I don't think. She could hide. That's a stone
yeah.
pillar next to her, right?
Yeah.
She's going to bonus action hide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just roll that stealth. That's a 29.
Nice. Okay, it is Braxton's turn. He is going to... well, he starts his turn in the aura. He's going to have to roll con save. That is... I don't think that's going to be enough. No, that is not going to be enough. Okay. So he takes... 13 points of necrotic damage. And he's going to target a moat at Zsorthrum Thara. That is 9 plus 12. That will hit. Okay, so 4d12. There are 2 1s in those 4 dice. 17, 18 points of, but it is radiant. 18, so 36. Okay. All right. Zsorthrum Tathara is looking kind of shaky now. Okay.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So, Caius, it is your turn.
Okay. Am I rolling a con save?
Yes. Roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a 26.
26. Okay, you succeed. You do not take any damage from the annihilating aura.
No damage.
Hmm.
Okay. Does Caius notice it go off?
Probably not, no. Because it's a fairly passive thing. It's just a thing
Okay.
that is around it.
Alright. Then Caius is going to... forgetting that everyone is focused entirely on Zsorthrum Tathara, he's going to nod at Rook when Rook has told him what to do. Not like verbally acknowledge it in any possible way. And he will turn to Ross and Bertie, who are just behind him, I believe.
Yes.
Maybe you two should get back a bit more. And he is also going to take 5 steps back. And
As it is in like 5 squares?
5 steps.
Okay, so...
Just 1 square.
Yeah.
He still wants to be in front of the 2 casters if possible.
Okay.
And he's going to reload his heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
And shoot the big angry god man with a non-magical bolt.
Okay, roll to hit.
That is a 15 to hit, Darby.
That will miss.
Alright. I'm going to reload.
Yeah.
I fired, just out of curiosity, I fired twice last week as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes. In that case, I reloaded, fired, and reloaded, and that is Caius' turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
and I survey the land.
Alright.
Is there anything running at us again?
Roll me a perception check.
A natural 1, Darby.
No.
If you would like it with the modifier, that is a 1.
Yeah, no, you don't make out anything in the distance.
Everything's gone dark.
Okay. So, yeah, it's hard for you, even with the goggles of night, to make out any real details.
Yep.
Further than about 30 to 60 feet away.
They've kind of fogged up for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, it is Zsorthrum Tathara's turn.
There he is.
Yeah. What can I do? A great many things. Not that one yet, though. Okay. So, actually, I don't have that many options on his turn. So, he is going to use his enervating focus against, what is the reach on this? Oh yeah. Narratively, oh yeah. This has 15 foot reach. Bertie is just within range of that. He doesn't like that you betrayed him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Depending on what this does, he's going to have disadvantage and Bertie's going to have resistance.
Unfortunately,
It's a roll. It's a
no,
save.
unfortunately, because of the annihilating aura, because Bertie failed on it, it has advantage on attacks against Bertie until the start of Bertie's next turn.
So flat roll.
So, yes, so it cancels out and is a flat roll.
Oh, the annihilating aura. The,
Yeah.
I
The thing
That's-
that did the necrotic damage to you at the start
Oh,
of your
that-
turn.
I haven't had my turn yet. I'm at the end of this whole round.
Oh! Okay, yeah, so it hasn't affected you yet, so yeah.
No.
So it is a disadvantage. Okay.
Don't try to attack anyone but me.
Alright, so that is a 19, which I think misses. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So how does it miss, Darby?
So it reaches.
see?
Yeah, so you see it reach out with one of its hands, and the hand extends in this tendrillous, shadowy form. Almost like a macabre, shadowing Mr. Fantastic. And goes to grab at you, and you basically are able to bat it away with, like, the staff.
Ooh. Probably in the same kind of maneuver that he was doing with like training with Caius a couple of days
Yeah.
ago
Yeah.
on instinct.
Yeah. So that is Zsorthrum Tatara's go.
Also, if he's within 5 feet of me, I get
That's
some
right.
fire damage.
Yeah, how much fire damage does he take?
Just one. Oh, it's 1d12.
1d12.
Is it? No, 1d10. I'll pull it.
1d10. Okay.
So that is 8 damage. So,
So
half,
half
of
to
4, I
4.
guess.
Okay.
Chip away at him.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Bertie's go.
Oh, now I'll do a constitution roll that I will
Yes.
fail. Here we go. Maybe. So I rolled a 17, and I get a saving throw of 2, so a 19.
Just missed it.
That's alright.
Does protection from good and evil give
Oh.
advantage on that? Or no?
Yeah, it would. I believe.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah. Which, actually, no, that was on.
So I got a nat 20.
Yes!
Holy crap!
I knocked down the white dragon in the
I've
background.
taken a picture of that. There we go. That is incredible. So I guess thematically, like, the second Zsorthrum Tathara has turned up. But because he was already like crying because of like the captain thing, he starts to full on just like shake when Zsorthrum Tathara is arriving. And he's like, I can't, no, that shouldn't have happened. I can't do this. I can't do this. And then Ross probably puts a hand on his shoulder to steady him. And that's probably 6 seconds, the same time that wave of energy goes out to hit him. And he snaps out of it because he is being grounded in that moment. He's like, cool, okay. And he's like, his brain tries to catch up to him. He like nods at Caius and he's like, yes, we need to get distance. Now, okay. But because he's holding his staff, because he used that to bat away the spell earlier, he will make like a kind of a sort of a movement with it. He will regain 1 spell slot.
Okay.
And then he is going to. Can I prepare to move?
You've used your
I've
action.
used my action. Okay, so
no,
he
unfortunately.
will just move maybe. I don't know. 2 squares back, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's probably all he'll do in this round, and then he'll be like, tap his ear and be like, all of you, we should move back. And that's all he'll say. But he's still like freaking out. But yeah.
Okay. Back to the top of initiative, Ross.
Hello, I would like to move back with Bertie, please.
Yes.
And then she is gonna Stupid question, but I don't have anything that does radiant, so is Zsorthrum Tathara wearing any metal?
No.
Cool. Is the arrow still in him?
No. So the arrow kind of, like the bolts and the arrows kind of, they do their damage and just essentially either pass through or fry up upon contact. Such is the destructive energy surrounding Zsorthrum Tathara.
Okay, I would like to hold an action
Okay.
where I would like to, as soon as and you can tell me no on this, as soon as Anya hits them with another arrow, I want to cast heat metal on the arrow as it hits Zsorthrum Tathara.
Okay. Now keep in mind, because that is a concentration spell, you will lose the concentration on protection from good and evil on Birdie.
Protection from good and evil's concentration?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well, Laura's giving me a little thumbs up, but I don't know what Ross would do. I'll keep it up for another round. Can I do a cantrip and maintain concentration?
Yeah. It's only if you
Okay.
cast something that requires concentration or hold an action to cast a spell.
Okay, so I will hold another round until she's going to wait until she's sure that Bertie especially is out of range of that aura that causes damage.
That
but-
reminds me. Yeah, it's your turn. Roll the Constitution saving throw.
That's a 7 + 2. I would like,
So,
please, sir, I would like some more damage.
You take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Thank you. But I would like to cast Resonant Frequency,
Yeah.
which requires Zsorthrum Tathara to make a Con 21 saving throw.
Okay. He's got a really good con. I rolled a 3. He fails.
Yay! Yay! All right, so that's 3d10 damage. Ooh, that's 110. 18 damage altogether.
18.
So what this looks like, because for listeners and viewers and also the rest of my podmates, this is a new spell that Darby made up. So Ross runs back with Birdie and she looks at him and she's like, "You're right, we need to get out of here. We need safety. Safety is what we need." And then she looks at Zsorthrum Tathara and she holds her left hand is the one she wears her Ring of the Songweaver on. And she holds it up in front of her mouth and she belts like a high C or something, just some insane opera note. And Zsorthrum Tathara's head looks almost as if it's shaking a little bit as the sound of her voice rattles their skull in place and causes thunder damage.
Yeah. Okay, so it is resistant to thunder damage.
Cool!
But, fun fact, I did not, give them immunity to the deafened condition, so they are deafened.
I forgot that deafening was a part of
Yeah.
it. Yay!
Which isn't a big condition, it's just automatic failure on anything that requires hearing. But, still,
Good for us.
yes.
And that will be her turn.
Alright. Neumann, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
With pleasure.
As you feel the effects of the annihilating aura almost tearing you apart.
15.
15. That is not enough. You take 8 points of necrotic damage.
That is A-okay. So has Newman noticed everyone like inching away?
Also, just I'll use spirit shields on that damage as well.
Okay, so what does Spirit Shields do? Remind me.
So I can reduce the damage by 46, and then I can also use Vengeful Ancestors to make Zsorthrum the Thara get that damage that I've reduced.
Okay.
So, 10, 15, so that's 16 force damage.
So it cancels out all the damage that Neumann takes, and it turns it in as 16 force damage to Zsorthrum the Thara.
There we go. So a flamey being blocks that, and others hit then.
Yeah.
How good is everyone's memory? How much damage did I take? Because I just put it into D&D.
8.
Forgot. 8. Perfect. That's what I had in there. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, has Neumann noticed everyone like inching away?
I would say yes. He's got decent passive perception now.
And did Birdie say something over the earrings, or was that just to Ross and Kai's to move away?
I believe, was it Kaya said that everyone should move away? Was it like, it was over the earring, wasn't it? Or was that verbal?
I think Caius was just verbal to
Yeah,
Birdie
Birdie was
and
also
Ross.
verbal.
Yeah.
He's still pretty confident where he is at the moment, so at the very least he would like to try just one more time to do some big damage if he can.
Okay.
So, he's going to get into a flanking position with
Yes.
with Rourke.
Alright.
So hopefully he can get some advantage.
Yes, he indeed does.
He's going to attack with the Luckblade Rapier.
Yeah.
Please get a hit.
Roll to hit.
So the first one is a 16,
That will
and the
miss.
second win is a 29.
The second one will hit.
Okay,
Yes.
Neumann is going to use a charge of his brand new Fandangle
Yeah.
ring. Because I haven't gotten a hit since I've gotten it.
So it is resistant to lightning damage.
It is A-okay.
So your standard weapon damage will be standard. Your lightning will be halved.
That is A-okay. And it's not. I guess it's worded that I can only use one charge. I can't just pump all 5 into
believe
there.
so. Yes.
I feel like it would be a little bit broken if I could do that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's see what I do. So I do, I believe, 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I do.
Don't forget the sneak attack as well.
I'm rolling that now. I'm rolling 18 points of sneak attack
Nice.
damage. And then I believe it was 5d8. Thank you so much, Ross. Alright, let's see what I roll. And this will be halved. So 18, so 9 lightning damage.
Alright. Not too shabby.
Yeah, not too bad at all. He will. That counts as his action. So he will. Yeah, sure. He'll just go for the one final attack, and he'll just go and use his vicious rapier to hit as well.
Alright, roll to hit.
Has a natural 1, which is a 12.
Yeah, that misses.
Boy, oh boy, I'm doing
unfortunately.
okay with rolls today. Okay. And I guess then he'll just remain there for one more turn, and then he has every intention to leave. And he'll even say, he'll use the earrings to say, should we back away or what's the go?
Alright. So, at the end of your turn, Zsorthrum Thara is going to use all 3 of its legendary actions to use Shadowfell Visit as it reaches out and engulfs Caius in its hand. Caius, I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
You get a +7 to that. You will use his reaction to use Flash of Genius.
Is this a spell of some
It is
description?
not. It is a legendary action.
Well,
So +7 to the roll.
Okay. A charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, okay. That's good. That's 29.
Okay, yeah, so you feel as if some sort of force is trying to rip you from from reality, and you manage to just stubbornly stay in place where you are. Okay, it is Rook's go. Rook, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay. Yeesh. Alright, so that is 18.
That is not enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
You take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so Rook will respond to Neumann and say, yeah, I think y'all should go back, see if I can use some rage against them. I'll keep them occupied. And then she's going to, once again, keep hacking away at their legs.
Okay, roll to
Great
hit.
hacks. Okay, so...
You have advantage because you are flanking with Neumann.
Ah, excellent, I do too. Alright, so that's 28, or... That's, oh, sorry, 28 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that's certainly hit. Yeah, that certainly hits.
Excellent. So that's 11 slashing damage. And
Yeah.
do my fire damage. Sorry. 18, 25, so half of 25.
So 12 by
12
damage.
fire damage, okay.
Alright.
And then so she's going to do a second hack at the legs.
Yeah.
Once again, that's advantage, so 18 to hit. Or...
So
18
that
to
would
hit.
normally just hit, but Zsorthrum Tathara is going to use its Shadow Retaliation
Okay.
reaction. So it can use its reaction to get a plus 10 bonus to its AC until the start of its next turn. So that now misses.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I think I'm probably gonna... Rook will just move a little bit to her left, so just so
Yep.
she's kind of opposite Neumann still.
Alright.
A little bit close to the party, but yeah, she will stick with Zsorthrum Tathara, and that is her go.
Alright. Anya, it is your go.
Anya, from her spot behind the pillar.
Oh, you are still close
Yeah.
enough for the Annihilating Aura.
So I'll roll that in beyond actually. That's a 9. How much damage
Yeah.
does she take?
This turn it is... Oh, I rolled 2 2s and a 3, so it is only 7 points of necrotic damage.
7 points?
Yes.
Cool. She... Yeah, no. So she takes a deep breath, and then sort of twirls out from behind the host, and she attempts to hit him with her wild bow again.
Alright.
That's the 16.
Yeah,
to
that
hit.
is not enough to hit. But you notice that as these arrows try to make contact, the kind of shadowy barrier that is built up around it in response to Rook's attack seems to slowly deplete a bit.
Okay. She's then going to move backwards, maybe like 15 feet.
Alright.
Let's say.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah. You immediately feel that you are outside of the effects of the aura.
Yeah, perfect.
Alright. Braxton is going to do as he's done thus far. He's going to try to hit Zsorthrum Tathara with a moat. This time, yeah, that's enough. That's a natural 13. Wait a sec. 13 plus... I was basing it on his usual AC. 13 plus... What does he... plus 12? It just misses. Okay. But again, you see this radiance kind of blast away at this shadowy shield. Next is Caius.
Okay. I rolled a 17 con save.
Okay, so you take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Yep. I'm going to move back 10 feet,
Alright.
and I'm going to shoot my crossbow at him twice.
Alright, roll to hit twice.
The first one is a 13 to hit. The
That
second
misses.
one is a 13 to hit.
That also misses, but again, they kind of disperse the barrier to an extent.
Okay. Am I still in the radius at the moment?
You are.
How far away am I?
So you're currently 25 feet away from Zsorthrum Thara.
Okay.
Alright, so it is Zsorthrum Thara's turn. Yeah. So it gets legendary actions and reactions back. But as it is its turn, all it can really do is use its innovating focus attack, which it's going to use on... It's going to use on you, Rook.
Okay.
As the opposite hand to the one that reached out for Birdie reaches back towards you and tries to engulf you. Does a... This actually might be... Does a 17 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, so you manage to kind of duck away, the flames bat away the wispy shadows. And now, can you roll the d10 fire damage it needs to take?
Absolutely. So that will I rolled a 8, so it'll take 4 damage.
Alright. So, next is Anya. You hear the sound of two figures, humanoid figures in the distance, approaching. Is this? Yeah. Bertie.
And sorry, as just like a little free action, can she tap her earring and just go, "Someone's coming"?
Yeah.
Cool. She does that.
Yeah.
What? I don't see anything.
Bertie, you hear a voice call out your name. Bertie! As you see a sword fly past your head and just stay there as if beckoning to be grabbed. And you turn your head to see Grace and Sybil rushing to the battlefield, with Grace holding her hand out with a glowing ring on one of her fingers of a closed fist.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. So Brody will look at them, then look at the sword. He will grab it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it is your turn because that is her action to
yeah.
use telekinesis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you notice this blade has writing on it in Elvish.
Interesting.
Now, can you, while I bring up the actual text on the blade, can you roll me a history check?
Okay. History check. Okay. Plus 5 to history, so 14.
14.
You're not a smart boy.
No.
We're talking about 20 years to learn common.
So, So the Elvish text is the arcane will amplify my might.
Okay.
I would say, it's technically a DC 15. So you've probably heard of this. You're not quite entirely sure how it would work, but this is a blade of arcane potential. You have heard of these being used by all kinds of elves, but particularly higher elven, like sword mages.
Interesting. Cool. Well, let's see. It is in D&D Beyond, so I will add that.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of stares bewildered and then grasps it's a long sword.
Yes. So it is. It does not require attunement. So it is a +3 longsword. You know that much.
Wow.
Like-
Okay. So he looks, quite bewildered, and then cool. He will grab it, and then he'll kind of look to Ross and to Caius, and then he'll be like, we should move back. Is there a way to talk to your sisters to get them to move back as well, Caius?
Have I seen that my sisters are here?
Yeah, you heard Grace's voice call out.
I presume to assist that he will try to, because Caius is close enough, he will try to grab
Yeah.
and point as well to
Yeah.
aid.
And you can see that they are like staying back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, instead, I'll retcon that. But he'll be like, hey, your sisters are here. Don't worry, I'll shoot him a message. And he's just gonna use message
Yeah.
to message him like, thank you, what is this? Please stay back. I'll try to sort this.
Yeah, so Grace will respond, if you need to get into melee, just pump some magic into it and it'll enhance it.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate this. And Betty is not going to move back yet, but he's going to, because I haven't used an action, I presume, he's going to prepare to move back when either Ross or Caius do.
Okay.
And I suppose that for descriptive sake, he's still touching Caius' wrist at this point, in those 6 seconds.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Alright. So, next is Sybil's go. Sybil is going to cast. She's going to go with a synaptic static against Zsorthrum Tathara. Just going to double check what its intelligence is. Yeah, it has enough of it. Doesn't have a great intelligence, but it has enough to be affected by synaptic static. So. It needs to make a. The way Rook and Neumann are set out, she can easily make the sphere avoid them. So it is an intelligence save that it needs to make. So many stat blocks to keep track of. Okay, so that is 11. It is gonna use a legendary resistance to succeed, so it only takes half damage. And I'm just gonna roll this in beyond. So that is 22 halved to 11 damage. Alright. Then Zsorthrum Tathara is, again, it's going to it's going to use its legendary action. Again, the triple action one. This time it's going to reach out to, reach out to Bertie. Bertie, can you roll me a charisma saving throw, please?
Okay.
Is it possible to throw myself in front of Bertie?
Please do not.
Not for the not for this. Not for
Yeah.
this.
Okay. I just thought I'd put it out there.
Also, is it necrotic?
No.
No, it's just an effect.
It is just an effect.
Okay, so charisma saving throw. I can take a picture. I rolled a 15 and it's a plus 11, so
Okay, yeah, that is definitely more than enough to succeed. So much like Kaya's last round, you feel yourself almost being ripped from existence, while just kind of standing your ground. You as an Eladrin would actually recognize the sensation as being similar. It's almost like being forcibly, like it's almost like the
Falling back into
sensation
the
of
Feywild.
yeah, it's almost like the sensation of being plane shifted, but forcibly.
Cool. So, like, his eyes are super wide. I imagine possibly if Ross did have the urge to want to jump in front of them, Bertie would maneuver somewhat before she even does anything like that to avoid it.
All right, Ross, it is your go. You are still within 30 feet. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
I absolutely can. That's my con save's only a +2, so that's 18. Doesn't make
Okay,
it.
yeah. So that is 11 points of necrotic damage.
Yep. I would like to move back a further 20 feet, which I believe
Alright.
means Bertie also moves back with me because he was holding that action.
Yes. Okay.
He does.
So from there, I'm gonna drop all my dice. I would like to okay, I'm going to look at Bertie and be like, do you think we're out of range?
So the two of you do feel that you are out of range of the aura.
I think
Like-
I can sense it, yes. We gotta be careful that what it just tried to do to me and probably to Caius, that's real bad.
Okay, I figured. Oh my. I'm gonna stop protecting you for a minute, but just
It's okay.
not like. Okay.
We're all this together.
And she kind of calms when he says that. Okay. And I would then, like to hold a 3rd level heat metal
Okay.
for when Zsorthrum Tathara next gets hit by a metal weapon.
All right.
So I'm not putting all the pressure on Anya. I assume it will be Anya, but I'm not putting all the pressure on Anya to hit.
Okay. Okay. Neumann, it is your go.
Alrighty. Now Darby, can you please read Facebook just for a quick tick?
Yeah.
It's very important to what I'm about to do next.
Yes, you can.
Not sponsored.
Okay, so
That is the
Darby.
entire point of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, so Newman's going to take Rook's advice, and he's going to stay back, and he's going to go. He's going to take a couple of steps back. So he will use bonus action disengage.
Yeah. So how far back are you going?
Let's just say he goes. Maybe let's say next to Caius.
All right. So you can feel you are still within the aura, which reminds me, Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I go maybe one spot back then? Do I still feel the same effect?
It's at the start of your turn.
Yep.
So
No, but yeah,
but
it's like,
once,
does he still feel that funny feeling? He does not save, by the way.
you're still just within. You
that's
take 10 points of necrotic damage.
That is a-okay. Okay, so Newman is going to do something he hasn't quite done before. He feels like he's sort of been saving this for an opportunity. He doesn't really like the sort of spooky attacks that Zsorthrum is doing, and he recognizes the type of magic that Zsorthrum has been using. So he's going to hold a hand over one of the gems embedded within his sword, and he's going to point the sword above Zsorthrum's head, and he's going to cast Wish which he is going to then use to cast Sunburst, which is an 8th level spell.
Yeah.
He's going to do that above Zsorthrum so that his body is encased within it, but not Rook at the base of its feet.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Does this happen?
Yeah. So as the slight magical light from the gem fades from one of the 3 gems fades away, you see this burst of sunlight above Zsorthrum Thara. And did I see you just rolled that in beyond?
Yep, so 36, which is radiant damage,
Yeah,
which
so
doubles to, I believe, 72.
So, yeah. So Zsorthrum Thara is still standing after that, but it is incredibly
Has he made a
shaky,
save?
incredible. Oh,
He needs to make
It's
a
a
Constitution
save.
saving throw.
Okay.
Yes.
That's 22.
Now, I'm not sure what we're using for my...
It would still be your
Yeah, my save is 20.
20.
So he does save, which
Yeah.
actually, let me just double check something. real
That
quick.
would still be half damage, wouldn't it?
Takes half as much damage,
Yeah.
but he's not blinded by the spell.
Yeah.
However, is he undead?
No.
And he's not oozes, whatever that is?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then he just takes 36 damage.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, he's looking incredibly shaky now. And in fact, he's not happy with that. He's going to use his... no, it hasn't been his go yet. He doesn't have his legendary action to use. Alright. Rook, it is your go.
Okay. I guess I will say that Rook has looked rather uncomfortable and frightened with when Zsorthrum Thara tried to do a spell against her and seeing the spells against other people and such. But she's still gonna keep charging, keep hacking away at them. So first attack will be. Ooh, we're not flanking anymore, are we?
No.
Okay, so that's a nat 1, so that missed.
Yeah.
Apologies.
No, it's all good.
You basically slash away at some of the shadow shield.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a bit on edge now. The second attack is a 30.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Alright, so the damage will be 20 slashing damage,
Alright.
and fire damage
Oh.
is...
And don't forget, at the start of your turn, your Constitution save.
Oh, yes, okay. I'll do that now, I guess. That's a 16.
16. Yeah, that is a failure. So you will take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. So, and 10, 27. Some 38 damage, so
So-
half to
19.
19. There we go.
Alright.
And that's her turn.
I am loath to ask this, Darby, but is that a metal weapon?
It is.
Does it have a wooden handle? Because I won't do it if it's going to hurt Rook.
It does,
It's
but
fire.
Rook is also immune to fire
Immune to
damage at the
fire.
moment.
Well, then
because
Zsorthrum
of-
Thara is about to take an extra 3d8
Yeah.
of
Actually,
fire
can
damage.
you just roll me a couple of concentration checks, please, Rook? Just because you should technically be taking those while.
Oh, dang, that's true.
The DC is only 10 because
10,
there hasn't
okay.
been an incredible amount of damage.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's not a lot of damage.
14.
14? Okay.
And an 11, so...
And 11. So none of them were below 10?
no.
Okay, so yeah, Investiture of Flame is still up.
Sweet.
Alright.
Zsorthrum Thara takes an extra 12 points of fire damage.
Okay, so halved to 6. Now, are you keeping that spell up?
I would like to, yes.
Okay.
Because Rook's axe has gone through them, would it still count?
Oh, because this gets to really weird territory because this is a
Yeah.
typical use of the spell.
Yeah, look, I'm happy for it
Yeah.
to not
Yeah.
count. I
Yeah.
just wanted that cool moment,
Yeah.
honestly. So
We'll say that you roll. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a bit hard to kind of get it just right outside of that. But yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Anya, here's your go.
Anya. Well, Anya heard the rest, well, not the rest, but some of the Sylvius clan rock up. She doesn't acknowledge them, doesn't pay attention to them. She just keeps her focus, and she attempts to shoot Zsorthrum to Thara again with her wild bow.
All right.
Let's hope it. 18, does an 18 hit? Please tell me an 18.
It currently does not, because it still has its shadow shield up.
She swears under her breath, and then she's going to like skirt around the side of the battlefield, I guess.
Yep.
So
this way or
yep. So
Yep.
that way. So to her right, and also down a little bit.
yeah.
So she's sort of near Neumann, and she's to the left of the battlefield, like
Okay.
there. No, where she was, where you had her. Perfect.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't tell who that is. Who is
It is Rook.
near Brook then?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't help
red
when
coloured.
and Rook is
I'm fine.
half cut off in this view.
Yeah.
Okay, so Braxton is going to use another moat. That is a natural one, so he's going to miss. But even so, that is the last bit to disperse the shadow shield that Zsorthrum Thara has around. Caius, it is your go.
Okay. Caius is going to turn around, look at his sisters with a look of surprise and a bit of fear. But then steel himself, give them a nod, and he's going to turn back around to Zeke. Oh, I'm going to take my damage from the
Yes.
thing. That's a 15. No, it's a 16.
So you take 12 points of necrotic damage.
And the good news is that shield is down,
Yes.
which means I can do incredibly high amounts of damage with my singular crossbow bolt that I'm going to shoot at his face. Oh, that's a 19. That's a 28 to hit.
That is a crit too.
Oh, it is! Oh, it's a crit! Oh, yes, let's go!
If this kills him,
Oh,
It's a pity. It's a pity you can't smite on ranged attacks.
oh my god. This is exciting. Okay, so it's 12. That is 19 points of damage.
Okay, halved to 9.
Yep. Yeah!
All right.
The knowledge of knowing my sisters are there behind me.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you backing up at all?
Yeah, I will.
Yes. Okay.
I'll go back up. And yeah,
Yeah. So you.
another probably 10, 15 feet or so. However far it is to get just out of range of the
Yeah.
the big scary circle.
Okay. So that would get you just out of range.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. It is Zsorthrum Thara's turn. And honestly, the scariest thing about Zsorthrum Thara's turn is the stuff that it gets back, not the turn itself. It's just going to do its enervating focus to try to hurt Rook, because Rook is the only one now in range. That is
Right.
a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So this actually might be slightly scary.
Okay.
Because it's not something that your rage halves.
No.
Okay, so also, can I get you to roll me a strength or dexterity saving throw? Your choice.
Okay. And this is a spell, so I'm gonna have advantage.
No, it is an attack.
Oh, okay.
17.
Oh,
So you take
I rolled a 14. I've got
14.
plus 10 and rolling terribly.
So you take 23 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And your ancestors help with this.
Yeah. Only a little bit. Can I use Spirit Shield on myself?
I don't think so, but I think you
Okay.
have a warlock
I
thing
do
that
have
you
a
can
thing, yeah, I
use.
do. It's not very much. I can reduce damage by 7, yeah.
Okay, are you going to use that?
Sure.
Alright.
Alright. What else happens?
Okay. You are grappled by Zsorthrum Thara as its
Oh.
tendrillous fingers wrap around you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Alright. That is the end of Zsorthrum Thara's turn. It is Grace's turn. Grace is going to cast Innovation at Zsorthrum Thara, which it shrugs off because it is necrotic damage. And you hear her say, so that's clearly not going to work. Alright, gotta think of something else. Alright. Then, Bertie, it is your go.
Okay, cool. So Bertie sees Rook being disgustingly grabbed by Zsorthrum Thara. So what he's going to do is he's still like trying to figure out what's on with the sword. Can I just like do like another thinky roll and still do other things? Or
Yeah.
cool. All right. Another history check or
Yeah.
okay. That's not going to happen because I rolled a 4. He's still just not very intelligent.
You do have inspiration if you want to add it to that.
Oh, that's right. That was right.
Yeah, which
What
is-
do you add to that, Ross?
So it's a
That's a
D-
D12
yeah.
plus 2.
D12 plus 2. Okay, so D12. Awesome. That was a 10. So, hang on. I'm just going to figure out what my original thing. So, history is low, so it's a 9. So, that's a 10. So, 19 plus 2.
19.
So, 21.
Okay, yeah, so you...
Thank you, Ross.
Now, you obviously, you have added this in Beyond so you can read what it can do, but for the benefit of the audience, an arcane spellcaster with proficiency with this weapon can use a bonus action to expend a spell slot to feed it, empowering the weapon within their hands for the duration. While empowered in this way, the blade does an additional 1d8 damage for each level of spell expended, to a maximum of 5d8. The damage is of a type chosen by the wielder and must be of a type that they can deal with a spell slot of that level or lower from the spells they know. Artificers and wizards must have the spell prepared. The blade can only be empowered by one spell slot at a time, using the highest slot fed into the blade. If the spellcaster who empowered the blade drops it, the arcane energy dissipates and returns to dealing its regular damage until another spell slot is cast into it. The sword's blade... Yeah. Okay.
That's very tasty.
Yeah.
So Bertie kind of like gets a flash of understanding of that. He grasps it, but with his other hand, he's going to reach into his handy haversack.
Yeah.
And he's going to pull out, hang on, the potion of maximum power that Tanip gave him back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to chug that. Pop
Yeah,
the cork off,
which is
chug
a
it,
bonus
like he does
action.
So much alcohol.
Which
Um,
we treat as a bonus action.
Yep,
yes.
bonus action in this game. And then he is going to throw that aside and cast Guiding Bolt at Zsorthrum Thara.
Alright, roll to hit.
Cool. Alrighty. So that is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so what is the maximum damage that I'm assuming 5th level guiding bolt,
Mm-hmm.
because it is your warlock slot.
So it's 4d6. So it's
46 at base level,
Oh,
isn't
hang on,
it?
no, 5th level. Sorry.
Yeah. So it'll be
yes.
8d6, won't it?
8d6. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yes, 5th level. It's 8d6. I was so prepared. So yes, 8d6. So the max of that is 48. And it's radiant damage, I believe, as well.
Yeah. How are you doing this?
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, he's pretty much just like trying to focus that on the hands that are grabbing Rook, I suppose. And so that radiant energy is going to sear past like through the darkness, so lance through it, and then it's going to for flavor arc around Rook and then try to like sever the hand that's grabbing her, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I guess like the second it hits it, it will pulse through Zsorthrum to Thara and do whatever happens next.
And you see as like these shadows of Zsorthrum to Thara are just dispersed with this radiant light.
Is it over?
Was that it?
Like he taps the earring. Rook, you okay?
Yeah, I'm free. I think you got it.
And I guess in this kind of momentary weightlessness, because it's also a movement action, he's going to move closer to Caius again. He doesn't look.
Okay.
He looks shocked but not confident. So he'll be next to Caius again at this point.
All right.
I have a question for you, Darby,
Yeah.
our DM.
Yeah.
Does Anya feel anything different right now?
You have like, so you kind of have an idea sound-wise of where the annihilating aura was. It seems to no longer be there. There seems to no longer be a central figure, like center of mass, anything like that. You felt this central figure just disperse into shadow, or into almost like a cloud-like disappearance, I guess. Ross, is there anything you would like to do?
Oh, so we're still in initiative order. I would like to follow Birdie, like stick right by Birdie's shoulder and have one hand on him. And I would like to cast my glittery purple mage hand and have that go to where Zsorthrum to Thara was and just kind of wave around, like pat the dirt.
Yeah.
See if anything happens.
Nothing appears to happen.
Well, that's technically my action. So I will lean down to Birdie and say, do you trust this?
I don't.
Neumann,
Okay.
anything you're doing?
Is there anything remnant of Zsorthrum to Thara, or is it just puff of smoke or nothing else
Puff
to be
of
seen?
smoke. There are still shadowy clouds in the sky.
Shadowy clouds in the sky, right? And all of the shadows that I believe the militia or the military were fighting around us. What's the go over there? Are they still all fighting? Are they still there?
From what you can, roll me a perception check. 'Cause that's a bit
Absolutely,
further
probably
away.
Natural one, but I'm using lucky. That's better. That's twice the ones. That's 21. Because I
Okay.
rolled an 11.
There seems to be some fighting still going on in the distance. Rook.
Alright, but there are still shadows around?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Rook will drop out of her rage. And I guess kind of retroactively, I'm going to say that every time she talked using the earrings, she was very much yelling at people.
Are you dropping the investiture of flame as well?
No.
Okay. So Rook is suddenly calmer, but still flaming.
Still on fire.
What's new?
Yes, she's still rather cautious because it wasn't a typical death, and everyone else appears to be quite cautious too. I guess she's gonna roll investigation.
Yeah. Okay.
Just looking if any like remnants of like or what may have happened. That was a 13.
13 is hard to tell.
Okay.
Anya?
Anya, she's really on edge, and she taps her earring and she's like, "This, I don't think this is over. I would feel it if it was. With the other. Nothing is different. Stay wary." And she's going to, can she roll, like, just perception to sort of listen around?
Yeah.
So that, it's a 25, it's 24 and beyond, but she's got the thing where anything below a 10 is a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a 25 perception.
You hear there's kind of a low level whistling of the wind.
She knocks another arrow.
Okay.
In preparation.
Braxton is going to say, "Does anyone need a bit of a pick-me-up?"
I guess.
Right.
Anya nods, but she doesn't say anything, so it's whether or not he saw her nod.
Can this reach? Is this bonus action you can heal? Okay, yeah, 60 feet. Okay, so he is going to look at the two of you, and yeah, so he is going to Anya. He's going to use his healing light on you. You feel this kind of radiant energy surround you momentarily as you regain 10 hit points.
Wonderful.
Alright. Then, Caius?
So Caius is going to, on seeing Zsorthrum Dathara pop out of existence, he's going to throw his hands up in the air and go, "We did it!" And then there's a beat as he's hearing everyone talking in his ear about maybe not having done it. So he's like, "Oh, no, we didn't. No, everyone, stay wary." And he's going to awkwardly reload both his crossbows and drink a potion.
Alright, what, just of healing?
Just a general healing potion.
Okay, how many hit points do you get back?
That is a good question. A general healing potion is a... Oh, hang on.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Perfect. Oh, yes. That's 9.
9. Almost maximum.
Still under 200 hit points. It's not good enough.
All right.
And that'll be it. Caius is, looking around for danger, but he doesn't believe anything will happen.
Yeah.
Because he saw Zsorthrum Dathara die.
Okay. So you all hear the wind start to pick up as the shadows begin to coalesce again. As you see in a more terrifying form than before, Zsorthrum Dathara reform into a being of pure shadow and rage.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Scream.
Oh my
Agreed.
gosh. Thank you very much for listening.
Wow.
Please
Yeah.
send some good vibes to us.
Yes.
Oh, we might need them.
We'll do our best.
We
Thank
love
you.
Thank you all very
Have a
much.
great week,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you for
Next
listening.
week.
Always. Sorry for listening.
Oh, boy.
Goodbye.
I want an apology, Darby.
I was so sus. I'm like,
I'm gonna make a cup of tea.
well done on that.
Yeah,